For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Washington Commanders. Punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And behind the chain, 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Sanders. That second down play nets a -4.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Young. Open man is Mingo, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. And Howe will throw it. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Howell from the gun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, a 23-yard run. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now here's Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Nifty move. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Right back to Sanders on first down. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now 2nd and 5. Young. He completes this one to Mingo. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3-and-out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
Here we go, set, Yellow, 22.
Sanders. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Young to throw on 4th. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said, take the 3. But it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Howell's throw complete to Dotson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 72 yards. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll get about 3 here, up to the 44-yard line.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone.
And it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Al down to throw it. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down and a yard. Here's Howell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run with Gibson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Young's throw here on target to Hurst. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Young working out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit out a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got Mingo. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll throw again. Young. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that in.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. A give running right, Gibson. Able to slither by. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they'll wind up getting 7 there on 4th and 3. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now Sanders to about the 40-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Young. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Young on third down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juice. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jeremy Chin there defensively. Here's 2nd and 10. Once more, Gibson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 140 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Now a first carry here for Robinson. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
10 cycles.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
Meanwhile, Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. Throw left side on target to Thielen.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. First down, Young. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown from 3 yards out. And the Panthers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw, Howell.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Dotson in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Commanders are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Young's throw pulled in by Marshall. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up.
There he goes, left side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Chuba Hubbard.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Gibson.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Young to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Young. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Young. That's into the hands of Marshall.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Here's Young. That is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And he will have a Commanders 1st down, and that should just about do it. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So with that knee, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl. But they have to win next week after winning this one.
The Commanders are moving on as we say goodnight, everybody. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.